Alright, imagine this. You wake up one morning and suddenly, you're a billionaire. Private jets, luxury mansions, unlimited vacations. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the thing, keeping that wealth? That's actually the easy part. The real challenge? Getting there in the first place. America is known as the land of opportunity, where anyone can succeed with hard work. But if that's true, then why does it feel like the rich keep getting richer while everyone else struggles? Why is wealth becoming more concentrated at the top while the average person is living paycheck to paycheck? Today, we're breaking down the real reasons behind wealth inequality, how the system is built to benefit the ultra-rich, and why escaping the cycle of poverty is harder than it's ever been. Let's start with the basics, how wealth works. First, let's talk about the difference between being rich and being wealthy. Being rich means you have a high income, you make a lot of money. Being wealthy means you own assets that make money for you. The problem? Most Americans focus on income, but the rich focus on assets. Think about it like this. A doctor making $300,000 a year is rich, but if they stop working, the money stops. A billionaire who owns companies, stocks, and real estate. Even if they never work again, their money keeps growing. That's the wealth gap. Rich people don't just make money, they own things that generate more money over time. And that's where the system comes into play. Because if you already have money, the game is designed to keep you ahead. The system is built for the wealthy. Let's talk about the biggest reasons why the rich keep getting richer in America. 1. The stock market is for the rich. The easiest way to build wealth over time? Investing in stocks. Over the last 100 years, the S&P 500 has averaged a 10% return per year. If you have money to invest, you're making money while doing nothing. But here's the problem. The majority of stocks are owned by the rich. The top 10% of Americans own 90% of all stocks. The bottom 50%? They own almost nothing in the stock market. This means when the market goes up, the rich get richer. If you don't have money to invest, you're just watching others build wealth while you work for a paycheck. 2. Taxes are designed to protect the wealthy. Ever wonder why billionaires pay less in taxes than regular workers? It all comes down to how income is taxed. If you work a 9-to-5 job, your income is taxed up to 37%. If you make money from investments, you're only taxed 15 to 20%. That's why wealthy people don't take high salaries. They make money through stocks, real estate, and business ownership. And then there are tax loopholes. Jeff Bezos paid $0 in federal taxes in some years. Warren Buffett says he pays a lower tax rate than his secretary. How? The wealthy use deductions, offshore accounts, and legal loopholes to avoid paying taxes like regular people. If you're middle class, your paycheck is taxed before you even touch it. If you're a billionaire, you have lawyers and accountants finding ways to reduce or eliminate your tax bill. 3. The cost of living keeps people stuck. The average person isn't getting ahead because expenses are rising faster than wages. Housing? Home prices have skyrocketed, making it harder to buy. Education? Student debt is crushing an entire generation. Healthcare? One medical emergency can wipe out your savings. While the rich are making money from rising asset prices, the average worker is just trying to survive. 50 years ago, a single income could support a family, buy a house, and afford college. Today, even dual-income households struggle to make ends meet. 4. The power of generational wealth. Most wealthy people didn't start from nothing, they were born into money. Inheritances and family connections play a massive role in success. Rich families can afford elite schools, tutors, and business investments. The top 1% pass down wealth while the bottom 90% struggle to build any. It's not that everyone who's rich inherited their money, but having a head start makes a huge difference. 5. Big corporations and lobbying keep the system in place. The rich don't just sit back and hope the system stays in their favor. They actively shape the rules. Billionaires and corporations spend millions on lobbying to push laws that protect their wealth. They influence tax policies, labor laws, and regulations to benefit their businesses. Wealthy elites control media, politics, and industries, ensuring that the system never really changes. The result? The rich stay in power, while the rest keep working harder for less. Is it possible to break out of the cycle? Now, here's the big question: can the average person still become rich in America? The answer? Yes, but it's getting harder. The key is understanding how wealth really works and playing the same game the rich do. Here's what people who escape the cycle usually do. Invest early, even if it's small. Getting into stocks, real estate, or businesses is crucial. Increase skills and income. High-income skills allow you to save and invest more. Own assets, not just work for money. Businesses, stocks, and real estate create long-term wealth. Minimize unnecessary expenses. The system wants you to spend, but the rich prioritize investing. Breaking out of the paycheck-to-paycheck trap takes strategy, patience, and financial education. Alright, before we wrap this up, let's talk about something that's often overlooked: how wealth inequality affects our psychology and society as a whole. When the gap between the rich and poor keeps growing, it doesn't just impact finances, it changes the way people think, behave, and even vote. 1. The rich and poor live in different worlds. Think about it. If you're wealthy, your daily life is completely different from someone struggling financially. You never worry about medical bills or missing a rent payment. Your kids go to elite schools with better connections. You don't experience the stress of living paycheck to paycheck. On the flip side, for lower-income families, every unexpected expense is a crisis. Opportunities for career growth are limited. Long working hours and financial stress lead to higher anxiety and poorer health. When the rich and poor rarely interact, it creates an us versus them mindset, where each side struggles to understand the other's reality. 2. The American dream feels less realistic. A few decades ago, the idea of upward mobility, starting with nothing and becoming wealthy through hard work, felt achievable. Today, more and more Americans feel stuck. Homeownership is becoming less affordable. College debt is skyrocketing. Even high-paying jobs don't guarantee financial security. This shift has led to a growing sense of frustration, where people start to believe the system is rigged against them, which, in many ways, it is. 3. The rise of luxury belief. Here's something interesting. When wealthy people don't experience financial struggles, they sometimes develop luxury beliefs. What does that mean? They promote ideas that sound good but don't work in reality for most people. For example, just follow your passion. Sounds great if you have financial security, but most people need a stable job first. College is a waste of money, maybe for billionaires who can start businesses without debt, but for the average person, a degree still provides better job opportunities. Money doesn't buy happiness. Try telling that to someone choosing between rent and groceries. Wealthy people often underestimate how difficult it is to escape poverty, leading to policies and advice that don't actually help those struggling. Final thoughts. So, next time you hear that the rich keep getting richer, you'll know exactly why, and it's not just luck. The system rewards those who own assets, avoid taxes, and play by a different set of rules. And now that you know how it works, maybe you can start thinking about how to change your own financial future. Because escaping the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle is possible, but it takes a different mindset. But hey, if you found this interesting, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more deep dives like this one. Who knows? Maybe next time, we'll be talking about why so many people live paycheck to paycheck, even with a good salary. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.